The morning is dark. It is very quiet. I hear the rain. I smell the coffee. The cup is hot in my hands. I take a deep breath. Am I ready for this new day? How do I start?
This is my everyday English vocabulary.
Am I truly ready for this new day? I see the very dark rain. I hear the very house. It is quiet. I must make some coffee. I put the cup here. This is a very good machine. The cup is big and gray. I press the button to start.
It is a slow start. It is cold today. I like the hot water.
I make the best drink in the house. I love the very good smell. The smell is nice and sweet. It helps me to think. I need to think a lot. My mind is very busy. I take the heavy cup now. It warms my cold hands.
I walk to the wooden table.
The table is very clean. I sit down in the dark.
This is my everyday English vocabulary.
The morning is very still. It is a very quiet time. I am glad it is quiet. I see the very hot steam. It goes up and up. I love the very warm smell.
The sweet smell is very good.
I want to think about today. My mind is still asleep. I need to wake my mind. I breathe to make it clear. I touch the big gray cup.
It helps me to think better.
The drink is very hot. I love the sweet, hot drink. I like slow English speaking right now, please. It helps to feel clear. My mind feels very clear now. I can think about my work. I think a lot today. I look at the empty book. The book has no words. I must make some words here. I use the sweet, warm smell. I see. My very good dog. He has a very quiet mind. He helps me to think. I will start my day soon. My mind is very clear today.
I look down at my work.
The page needs a plan.
I must think before I write.
The kitchen makes me pause.
English listening practice begins right here. I hold the ink pen. This work is important to me.
I write down the new plan.
My hand is very steady.
I think about the big goal.
The plan is very simple. Everyday English vocabulary helps me with my work.
I trace the clean white line. I hear a very soft sound. Max walks inside. He is in the dark room. He has no big plan. He only wants to rest. His beautiful presence makes me glad.
I return to my blank book.
The white page is clean. I will start to write now. This is my quiet morning work. The entry from 1954. Perfect calibration requires perfect calm.
I hold the pen very tight.
The plan is for my future. I know what I need. I will do the heavy work. The plan starts from this page. I see my own strong handwriting. The words bring great hope. I build my total focus now. I feel a very strong heart.
Learn English naturally with my cozy story today.
I reach for the cup. The coffee inside is still hot. I need this strong focus. My mind is fully ready. I write another very strong word. It makes my mind proud. I have a very big hope inside. The urine is very good today. I hear Mac's breath very softly. He rests in the dark corner. He does not work today. He sleeps through the storm. His peace gives me great hope. I complete my main plan layer. The book has dark lines. I feel very ready for reality. This builds my inner start. This blueprint holds the key. I pick up the gray cup. The sweet aroma fills my mind. I look at the window. The total darkness passes away. I am ready for the start. I take the first rich taste. The coffee is perfect today. I build my quiet focus here. My soul grows strong.
Improve your English pronunciation by speaking very slow, low.
I pick up my tool. The start of my day shines. I write a very new word. This day is truly mine. I write the word called strong. My notebook holds the plan. This beautiful morning brings me perfect hope today. The early sun is very bright. Max looks at the golden light.
He stands up very happy now.
The new day brings energy. We are both totally ready now. Our new day can well.
I stand up from my chair.
The kitchen is very bright. I have a truly strong start. My mind is completely clear now. What? A1-A2 slavs. Erimo treacher. I have my beautiful new day. The quiet morning is now gone. I am completely ready today. Thank you for practicing your English.